Welcome into one of the most important videos in the entire course, which is the art of shooting engaging B-roll. So a couple topics that we're going to be covering is how to shoot really nice B-roll in real estate, how to shoot really engaging B-roll in lifestyle videography. So this could be cinematic films apart from real estate, just to spice things up, just to change things up a bit. And then what is vert stacking? So we'll go into all of that, but not before you share the course. Share the course. As you guys know, I'm trying to create a revolution of real estate marketing, an amazing real estate service. So I can't do it without you. But with that being said, let's go on to the warning. This is the most important video in the entire course. Don't skip around. Don't fast forward. Don't do any of that kind of stuff. Don't jump around, because you are going to want to pay attention to this entire video. And with that being said, put it into 2x speed. Sometimes I don't talk the fastest, and let's get right into it. So let's just talk about real estate B-roll first. So I like to consider these accent shots. So this could be a multitude of different things. This could be some cool decor, but actually we'll go into that in a second. So examples, how to, and tips and tricks. So let's talk about examples first. So this could be really cool decor. This could be lighting fixtures, faucets, just any item that stands out. This could be, a block of knives that looks really nice. Or if you recognize the brand, if you know the brand is really nice, you could do an accent shot of that. Or let's just say you are in the kitchen and you see really, really nice appliances, like Gaggenau appliances. That'd be something to definitely showcase if they're included in the sale. So lots of stuff like that really, really sets a video apart. If there's an accent shot of something that just looks, I don't know, amazing. Or like if you sprinkle a couple of these in there. So those are examples of items that you can take accent shots of and how you're going to perform this. So you are going to take your camera off of the wide angle, go into the 1x zoom, so the regular camera, and you are just going to, if that's not zoomed in enough, maybe zoom in just a little bit more. That's totally fine. And then you are just going to experiment with the shot type. So I like using side movement, the side movement shot for all of my accent shots. I shouldn't say all, but most of my accent shots. Sometimes I'll do just the tiniest bit of a pan, and I'll put this in 60 frames per second, and I'll slow it down. So I'll just pan just a tiny, tiny bit, just so there's like a little bit of movement, just to establish that it's a video and not just a photo. Like that's how little movement you want in this shot. So there's tons of different ways that you can actually take accent shots, but that is kind of, that's one way that you can make the video undeniably yours, is those accent shots. So I'm not going to go too far into depth of, how to, because, it really is up to you and what you think looks the best. All right, and now tips and tricks. One interesting way that I spice my videos up is every once in a while I will include what's called a vert stack. So we'll go through that in just a second. But yeah, vert stacks are pivotal for well, I guess it's not crucial to have vert stacks in there, but I think it really elevates your video if you have one or maybe two in there. Include movement, but don't overuse these accent shots. It's not meant to be your real estate video. It's supposed to, as accent shots, as accent kind of symbolizes, it's supposed to accent the room. So do one or two takes of the room, put an accent shot in there, and then use another video of that room and maybe transition out. So it's not supposed to be your real estate video. It's supposed to accompany your real estate video, if that makes any sense. So don't overuse people want to experience the scale of the property, the grandeur, I guess you could say, in some cases. So don't don't overuse. So as I just mentioned, vert stacking. What is vert stacking? So some of you may have seen videos that are shot horizontally, but there are 3 on top of each other. That's all I'm going to say for now, and then we'll get into that, not in the next slide, but the slide after. So let's talk a little about lifestyle. So this can really elevate your social media content, not just your real estate videos. You can put lifestyle, you can mix lifestyle and real estate videos. That's totally fine. But just to give you a little bit of variety, this is going to elevate your social media and really spice up your brand. So how do you accomplish this? Well, there are multiple ways of taking engaging lifestyle B-roll. So one of my favorites is transportation. So transportation could be getting into your car. It could be getting out of your car, or getting like walking into a storefront. And I'll have some examples in a second. It could be a video of a train. So like it could be like a video locked off on your tripod or on your gimbal, but just not moving. And it could be a video of a train going by. Or there are a lot of different ways to incorporate this B-roll, but as long as it's accompanying your story and not being your story. So one, I think I have a little chronological thing here. So getting in and out of your car. So start by, put the gimbal outside of your door, open your door, get in your car, and close the door. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open your door, grab your camera, grab your gimbal, put it inside. And then maybe you have once you get to the store, you have your camera, you get outside, put your camera outside, and then you open the door, you shut the door, and then now you transition, you transition very nicely from going into your car and then getting out of your car. Maybe in between there, you have one shot of, the transportation, your commute to the store. So now you have walking into the store. So you'll have, maybe you'll put it right behind the door, or like, I don't know, maybe 10-15 feet away from the door, and you'll just open the door, walk in, and you'll let the door shut, and then you'll walk out. I know this sounds really tedious. It is, but it makes for some really good video. So that's why I want to keep it in here. So walk into a storefront, you have to go in, and then you have to go out, and then you have to go back in. Now these ones are a little bit easier. So this one, this one I think would look really, really cool. And let's just say you're walking into a bookstore. So put the gimbal on one side of the aisle, like as far back as possible, because you want to create these leading lines to you making a selection maybe in the middle of the aisle or at the end of the aisle. So you will, you'll be looking at these books or movies or whatever, and there's going to be that establishing shot of you down the way. And then you're going to have, maybe there's a place where you can set your gimbal where, on some sort of shelf or something like that. And then you're just going to zoom into your face, and you can use the rule of thirds with this shot. I think that would look awesome. But all this kind of takes a little bit of intuition to grasp, but hopefully you're kind of understanding the layout. And then this could be you taking your gimbal, taking your phone off the gimbal, putting it in your pocket or your purse or whatever the case may be. And then you hold your camera as you're putting the book on the, what's it called? On the counter. So that would be from your point of view. And then you switch that camera around, and you have the the camera facing yourself, and you're just like kind of waving goodbye to them, and they could maybe read your lips saying thank you, and wishing them a good day. So that is, that's just an example of, I guess a film, but all of this stuff is very accessory, if that makes any sense. So that's just all accessory to your story. So those are just some examples, and this is, all of that could be B-roll for a video that you're talking in. So let's say it's a vlog. You can put all of those topics, that can be your B-roll, and the vlog, you talking, that's your A-roll. So just some ideas there. And then other transit, like I said, video of maybe the subway, coming in. If you're in a bigger city, the subway coming in and coming to a stop, or maybe it's, a subway zooming by, or like there's tons of different ways that you can incorporate transit into your B-roll. This could be talking to someone, working at your computer. So if you have your gimbal, if you have it on the tripod, locked off, and just looking at you while you're talking to someone else, maybe you're laughing, maybe you shake their hand. I know this could be hard to set up at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's just, you set up your gimbal. You say, hey, just so you know, I'm just getting some footage. Is that all right if I is that all right if you show up in a video of mine? Most of the time they'll be like, that's totally fine. And you could even, this could be an idea, while you're talking to them, you could pull out your phone and say, this is kind of what it looks like. And that could make for some pretty cool B-roll. But I'm not going to go into overlays right now and the editing ideas, but you could put a black overlay over this stuff right now on Instagram. It's working really well. A black overlay with some text, and the people that are in the video aren't really being visible, aren't very visible anyway. It's just, content to, I guess, occupy someone's focus for a little bit, but focusing on the words. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but this could be writing at a notebook. This could be you calculating something on your phone. There are so many different ways to incorporate B-roll, but I have a list right next to me, but I won't get into that. We kind of covered a good amount of B-roll just there. So vert stacking, this is really exciting. So I actually coined this term because I was sick of saying stacking 3 horizontal videos on top of each other to format vertical video. So now I just say vert stacking because that's just, a much easier way of saying that whole sentence, which I don't even want to say again, if I'm being completely honest. But 3 horizontal videos stacked on top of each other makes one nicely formatted vertical video. And vertical video is kind of what's taking the cake right now. So that is why that's why I'm passionate about that. And I'll show you here an example of me using vert stacking to showcase something real quick. All right, so as you can see, this is a kitchen. I have kind of an establishing shot on the top. I have I think I have side movement on the middle shot, and I have an accent shot on the bottom. If I were to do it again, I'd probably switch the bottom and the middle just so the accent shot is in the middle and there's 2 kind of wider angle on the top and bottom. But anyway, I will, and then there's a couple different shots in here too. But normally I would just do 3 shots on top of each other and, leave it there. But I'll let you watch this video. All right. So as you can see there's a shot on the top, middle, bottom, and I actually switched between two shots on both, on both layers. So like both elevations, like I don't know which orientations. There were two shots, but they didn't cut to the next at the same time. So that's one way you could do it. But the front and the back, those have to be those have to be trimmed to the exact same time. So that's something to keep in mind. And you can accomplish this very easily in the editing room, which I will go through on in the next module. But that is vert stacking. Right, so congratulations on finishing the shoot module. This has been probably 3 or so hours. We're probably going on 3.5 hours at this point. So not a small amount of information. So props to you for sticking with it. Now let's get into the summary here. So for real estate, I would highlight objects that you think are worth showing off and worth, a second look at. And maybe this is appliances that are standout. Maybe this is cool decor or a lighting fixture, or yeah, I think that kind of covers that. So lifestyle. So for lifestyle, you can highlight transportation. Transportation is a great way to keep the video moving forward, as well as showing off your surroundings and just adding to that story. And vert stacking you could do primarily for real estate video. I don't think it's as, I guess, I don't think it's very cinematic, so you might not want to include it with your lifestyle videos. But again, I'm just giving you the tools. You can take all of the tools that I give you and run with them, make whatever you want. The creative control is yours in that respect. So hopefully you got something out of all of those. Hopefully you can implement those in your social media for the better. But with that being said, again, congratulations on finishing the shoot module. You'll have the final exam, and we will see you in the editing module. This is Mobile Video Mastery. Let's get after it.